A couple days ago, I was playing a little icebreaker game with my class. And in this game, it was kind of a spy game. So it's based on there's one leader, there's one spy leader that sends a signal, and whichever team gets better clues from that signal wins. And the opponent spy leader, she kind of went very ambitious. She started going as many clues as she could, but they weren't very good clues. She tried to race ahead and kind of get as many clues as she can towards her team. I tried to give good clues, but I went at a small pace. What ended up happening was that my team absolutely destroyed the other team. Maybe this was luck, but I think it was a really good symbolism of how taking small steps in your path to greatness can really be beneficial. It is amazing to be ambitious, but you have to harness it in. Otherwise, it will lead to failure. It will lead to reckless confidence, and that is not what you want. You want to have a quiet confidence that lets you win every single step and slowly get to the place that you want. Build the foundation for greatness now with small steps. So the first thing that I learned was that ambition must be balanced. Now, the reason why I say balanced and not say ambition shouldn't be there is because if you say, I don't really need ambition, I'll just be really humble, I'll just stay where I am. That's honestly a cope. I don't think that's actually you reining in your ambition, right? It goes back to the same Jordan Peterson quote. To be virtuous, you have to be a monster and then not act monstrously. To achieve success, you have to have ambition but not let it get reckless. You have to have both sides of the coin. If you just say, I'm going to be humble, I'm not going to try anything, that's a cope for just staying where you are because you are lazy. You must have ambition. You must want to be great one day. You must have a purpose in your life. I want to do this for the world. If you don't, then you need to find it. And once you find it, instead of jumping all the way there, instead of having big steps, you need to rein it down into small steps. What is the actionable thing to do today? What is the actionable thing to do this month? And not get caught up on, I'm getting success, and actually just focus, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? That is how ambition can be balanced. But to get that initial ambition, you need to have confidence in yourself, right? Again, if you don't have ambition, you're nothing. You got nothing. You're just a coping, right? You must have that initial confidence. And for me, the way I first developed that was working out. Working out was the single greatest practice that I ever implemented into my life. It opened my eyes to many other things. It opened my eyes to being able to speak to people very well. It opened my eyes to business. It opened my eyes to content creation. It opened my eyes to many things because now I had a confidence in myself and I had a belief that I could do what I needed to do. You need that kind of belief. Right? If you don't have that belief, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how you're going to achieve great success. You need to have that belief inside you. And if you're looking to build that confidence, to be able to speak to anyone, to be able to be sure of yourself when you need to make a decision, to be able to take risks, if you're interested in learning how to build that confidence while also building the health that you've always been looking for, check out the first link in my description. I basically help busy guys who are ambitious but need to work out and need to kind of get fit and have that confidence without wasting too much of their time. So check out that first link in the description if you're interested in that. But again, once you have that great ambition, once you have that beautiful confidence inside yourself, you need to rein it in, because if you don't, you can get reckless. You can absolutely say, I've started reaching success. I guess that's just me. That's who I am. And you stop doing the things that actually got you that success. Imagine if an athlete just say, I'm just great. I'm just great. When they actually worked hard and they ran in high altitudes to be able to perform at that level. And they say, I'm just great. I'm that guy. I'm that winner. And then when they go into their next race, they say, I don't really need to go into those high altitudes, right? Because I'm already that guy. I'm already the winner. And they get absolutely beaten. You have to remember the things that got you to your success. You are not divine. You must remember the actionable things. So I want you to create big goals in your life, but break them down. Break them down into, what is the actionable thing that I can do this year? What is the actionable thing that I can accomplish in this month? What is the actionable thing that I can do today? But always break it down. Remember, what is the actionable step? What is the thing that I actually need to do? Remove that overconfidence. Remove that ego. It is not you who's destined. You are only destined if you do the things that you must do. My next point is to do what you do well. If you've ever ridden a bicycle, you know exactly how it works. It's got 2 gears. If you ever make the gear of the back wheel smaller in comparison to the pedaling gear, you'll find that you go way faster, right? If the gear at the back of the wheel is smaller, that means for every single turn that you're using with your feet, that gear is spinning much more, which means every single turn of your feet is giving you a lot more turns of the back wheel, making you go faster. But the thing is, you don't use this when you go uphill, do you? You don't use, the fast gear when you go uphill. Instead, you switch it so that the gear at the back wheel is larger, or at least the same size as your pedaling gear. And what that means is for every single turn that you have with your feet, you get that same amount of turn with that wheel. So it's not as fast, but it has more power. Because for every turn of the back wheel, you're putting all of your power from your legs. You're turning that wheel. Having a higher gear gives it more power, but less speed. And that's what you need when you're always going uphill. You have to realize that life, business, health, competition, sports, any of these avenues, they're not going to be flat where you can use as much speed as you want. They're going to be uphill in sand. And you have to use the highest gear possible. You have to go as slow as you can, but have the most power. That's how I want you to look at your life. Don't try to go incredibly fast. Don't be that over-ambitious person. Go slow and go with power. Make every turn have power, and you will find that you achieve success. Because if you go with that small gear at the back, that speedy gear, up a hill that is sandy, you will find that even if you pedal very, very hard, you will just start slipping. The wheel will just start slipping. You need that power in every single turn of the back wheel. Same thing. Go slow, but go strong. Whatever you do, do it well. Find small goals. Don't overextend, but hit them strong. Do them well. Accomplish them as hard as you can. And you'll find success as you keep going up. The mindset I'm trying to hint at here is that you are not this divine person. You are not this person that was destined for success. You are not this person, okay? But you do have actionable things that you can do. And it is your job to always find that. It is your job to always find those lessons. When you achieve success, it is not because you were destined to. It was because you did something and you need to do that again. Any other person in your exact spot would have done the exact same thing. You are not special. But what you did and the sequence of what you did, that is. So hold on to that. Remember that lesson. What did I do? How hard did I work? How long did I push? How much did I stay up? How early did I get up? Remember those lessons and keep that same intensity if you want to stay on that same path of progress, right? Because a lot of people, they achieve a lot of success and they say, oh, I got really successful. I'm that guy. I'm really special, right? And then it kind of tapers off. It plateaus. Why? It's because they didn't realize the things that actually got them success. It was doing those little things. It was keeping accountable. It was showing up at 6:30 instead of 6:45. It was all of those little things that they said, oh, I don't really need that, right? But they did. And then they started to plateau. And they never know why. Always find the lessons in your success. Because remember, it wasn't you. It was not you. Anybody else with the same events could have done exactly what you did. You are not special. Your work is. Find those lessons. And to help with this, keep yourself accountable. I journal every single night. And more than the fact that I look at what I wrote and I read from it, just writing down what I learned every single day helps keep that in my mind. And I make so much more progress, right? I fill out a quick summary of my day, and I always remember what's the lesson. At the bottom of every single journal, you'll see lesson. and I write down the lesson that I learned every day. You do that, you'll stick with exactly the same path of progress. You will never plateau like the people who do. You want to keep going. Remember, take small steps, do it well, and track the actionable things that you actually did. That will get you to success more than overextending yourself and saying, oh, I'm destined, but not doing anything. You must do the work. Again, if you're looking to build that initial confidence, but also the health that will help sustain you, that will help keep you doing the things that you need to do, check out the first link in the description and you'll learn exactly how I work out with 2 pieces of equipment at home. And with that, I hope that you got something from this video, and I hope that you go out and conquer.